In this video, I'm going to show you how to install the SiteAudit Viewer. This is useful if you're in a hosted environment and you want to do administration for your customers, or if you just need a viewer to do analysis and reporting and things like that. So to get started, we're going to go to a hosted server. I'm using a test server, so it's not going to be the one that you use, but you will be given a URL where you can download your production software. Okay. And your site will look exactly like this. And you can see here we have some downloads, 32-bit versions of the product in different languages and 64-bit versions. And then down below here's the various prerequisites. Now, SiteAudit requires .NET Framework 4.51 or later. If you're using a current operating system and if you've been doing Windows updates, then you probably have the right version already. What you can try to do is you could just try to install SiteAudit and it will tell you if you don't have it. Okay, so you need the right version for your system. So if you're on a 32-bit operating system, you'll want a 32-bit version, otherwise a 64-bit. So I'm going to go ahead and run from here. And here's the software. Now this should be pretty quick. So it tells you what the version of SiteAudit is. Then you can accept the license agreement, and then here's where we select our features. Now by default you get both the DCA and a viewer, but we only want the viewer, and the viewer comes by default with everything. So we're going to uncheck the monitoring service and then just check viewer, and then this will install only the viewer. So I'm going to install for just this user in this location and install. Normally very quick, maybe 20 or 30 seconds. Actually, that was about 5 or 10, and we're done. Okay, so let me put the new SiteAudit icon on my taskbar and launch it. Now, the first time you launch it, it's going to tell you your license is invalid. We don't have a license yet, so we need a license. So we're going to hit OK. And now we're going to license the product. Now there's two ways you can license it. You can license it using a key file, or you can copy and paste this string into an email and send it to licensing@netaphore.com, and they'll return a license key for you. In this case, I'm going to use a license key file. So I'm going to just use this license key, say open, and I have a license. Okay, so that's that. Let's hit OK. And now what SiteAudit is doing, it's going out and looking for a database. But since this is the first time that we've installed the product, there's no database out there. So eventually this message comes up. It says the database is missing. And it tells you here database is missing, blah, blah, blah. Hit yes. And now we'll use a key file to point to the database. So here's a database key file. Hit open, and here we go. We're connected. You can see here it pointed to a server and a database called Demo1. All we have to do now is hit OK, and our viewer's installed. At this point, we're ready to do any configuration or reporting or anything that we want to do. So it's as simple as that.